you.
You tag all your people.
Yeah. My sister too, but you probably don't know.
Come on in. Come on in.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tracy.
I think it's very best when you look at you.
Come on in. We need some people to come in. Share the broadcast. Share, share, share. Come on in. We are excited. Tag everybody.
Hey, Tracy.
Hi, Carlton. How are you? Hi, Alberto. We need some more people to come in here so we can get it started. How many people you have so far? 7.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you was gonna do it. No.
Everybody. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Danae.
Aw.
Okay. Let's wait for a few more people to get on and let's get it started.
Hi, Tammy.
Hello, everybody, on this wonderful Monday. Thank you.
It's Michelle Hurley. Oh, okay.
Hi, Tammy. Hi, Bishop.
Bishop.
Bishop, you got us nervous over here now. Hello, Alicia. Come on in. I promise you, it's going to be a topic that needs to be discussed. Hi, Tiara. Come on in. I guess, what time is it? It's time for us to let it roll.
Okay, welcome everybody to Facebook Live. I'm here having a conversation with Charlotte Walker. Recently, it's been laid on my heart to have a conversation with some people to share their experiences on things that they've been dealing with in silence. So I thought that this is something that other people could benefit from. So I mentioned it to Charlotte, and she's willing and happy to share her story with everyone. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Charlotte. She's a mother of 2. She's a grandmother of 3. She's a successful salon owner, and she's a very active member at Liberty House Ministries. So I want Charlotte to tell us a little bit more about herself.
As Barbara stated, I am a mom of 2 young men, a grandmother of 3. I also belong to 2 nonprofit organizations. One is Healing Sister Hearts that deals with women dealing with domestic violence. Also, I am a part of a new Expired Change that deals with working women and men that are living in homeless shelters. So, we go out to the community and we help the people of the community that are suffering from homelessness. And then we try to help them to get back into the workforce, although they're in, the homeless shelters. We always have events on Mother's Day, Father's Day. We have Christmas, Thanksgiving. We do a lot of things for the community. I am a salon owner. I've been a salon owner for over 16 years. I'm getting stuck. That's gonna be okay. I have 2 LLCs. The name of my hair salon is Mirror Image, and the other brand I have, I sell hair, human hair, to shape hair. That is my other business that I have, and basically that's it. I'm a homebody. I love the Lord.
Amen.
So, back to you.
Okay, so Charlotte is dealing with something that I've been serving with her for a long time and known her for a long time, but I didn't know that she was dealing with anxiety and depression. So one day we had a conversation, and she was telling me that nobody knows what she's been going through and what she's been dealing with. So that kind of gave me the concept of doing a Facebook Live with sharing stories of individuals that's been suffering with stuff in silence. So maybe her sharing her story will benefit and help someone else. So the first question I wanted to ask Charlotte about anxiety is, can you explain to me what anxiety is from your perspective?
From my perspective, anxiety is fear of the unknown. Not only just fear of the unknown is what could happen to you, or you don't know the physical, what I want to say, basically being scared of the unknown.
Okay.
That's basically, I don't want to read into it too much, but it's, yeah. The fear
So,
of the unknown.
so what type of symptoms do you have?
Okay, well, my first encounter, and I didn't know I had anxiety because I was always an advocate in the gym. I stayed in the gym. So one thing they tell you about when you have anxiety is to go work out. So it could have been always there, but I never knew because I was always in the gym. But the first time, my first encounter was I was in the car on the Beltway, and I could tell you where I was. I was between Greenbelt and New Carrollton, and it was traffic. The feeling that I had was my heart was racing. I couldn't breathe. It felt like my brain was shaking, and I didn't know what happened. My heart rate was at 125, and I didn't know what was going on with me. So the first thing I thought of, and I had my granddaughter in the car with me, and I said, I cannot do this because my grandchild is in the car. So I rushed myself to the hospital. They ran all the tests and everything, and they basically said, you have anxiety. And I said, I've never had anxiety. I've never been diagnosed with anxiety. And I said, what is anxiety? You know? So I did research, and I said, well, this is not me. This was just one symptom. But the thing of it is, after that one symptom, things kept happening. And when COVID came along, it became intense. It became really, really, really bad for me because of the fear of what they were stating. They were sharing on the news saying that if you get COVID, you're going to die. And that was one of my fear was of dying. And I always would have a discussion with my mom because she was a psychiatrist. And she would say, what your fear of? And I said, my fear is to die and leave my family behind. And she said, Charlotte, dying doesn't hurt. And she said, when you die, you have the best of both worlds. If you live on this side, but on the other side, you'll go and be with the Lord. And I said, okay, that gave me comfort, you know, but it was always in the back of my head that I'm going to be leaving my family behind. So I had to get myself together so that I can live a healthy life, so I can get out of my head about anxiety.
I mean, I'm just hearing you say that. It's kind of, every time I saw you in church, you're always on point. You look fabulous. You always in place, doing what you're supposed to do. So someone would never have thought that this is something that you were dealing or struggling with, because you always are on point all the time.
But on the outside, I look like that, but on the inside, I was bleeding. And I had to cover it up because that's what we were taught. You were taught to cover it up and not talk about it. You can't speak. It's not, in the Black community, it's not heard of. You're not supposed to speak about it. You're supposed to overcome it. You're supposed to push back past it. Oh, it's just in your mind. It's just in your head. But in our actuality, it may be that, but that people have to deal with it the best way they know how to.
All right.
You know.
Okay, the next question I wanted to ask you. Did something happen that you think that might have triggered your anxiety?
Yes, it was the loss of my mom. COVID happened all at the same time. And not only that, with women, we go through what is called menopause. And menopause brings on anxiety. That's one of the symptoms. And we have many, 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 many symptoms. But that was one of the ones that I got. And it just added on to what I was going through. So happily, during COVID, everything happened at one time. and I just didn't know how to handle it. And I went into a dark place. And I'm not afraid to say that I was in a dark place at that time.
And nobody knew.
And nobody knew because we were, like I said, I was taught to be quiet about it. And not only that, if you speak about it, you talk to people about it, people think you're crazy. And you're not crazy. Because many of us go through it. It's best to talk about it. You have to talk about it.
Okay. One of my other questions is, do you recognize when you're about to have an anxiety attack?
Yes, I do. Whenever I didn't drive for 2.5 years. I had a car. I didn't drive because of the fear that I may have one. And when I get ready to have one, I have tingling on my face. My heart starts racing. And then at that moment, I have to talk myself. And it's like talking yourself off a ledge. You have to say, you're going to be all right. You're going to be okay. And I always say, devil, you a liar. I am a child of God. And I know where I'm going. And he knows where I'm going. So he has to mess with me. So I have to tell him, devil, get behind me. Because this is not me. And you don't have control of me. So I have to talk myself out of this. So I'm back to driving. I'm doing things that I've never done.
Wow.
Never. Even down to Facebook Live. I saw someone, I said, I could never do that. I'm like, because I was afraid. But I said, let me try it. And then I saw one of my fellow church members. They were on it, and I said, I'm going to do it. And I've been doing it ever since.
And I would have never known you had the fear of doing it because I'm always watching your Facebook Live. There's always you just walk in confidence all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but it's the little inner kid in me I'm shy, but.
So what advice do you want to have to give to someone that might be going through or having anxiety attacks?
The advice I would give anyone that's going through, talk about it. Talk about it to anyone, because I'm a hairstylist, and I didn't know that majority of my clients that sat in my chair deal with anxiety.
Wow.
They deal with it. And I said, you know what? I said, God had to put this on me to slow me down, because the way I was going in life, he had to put something on me to put me apart. And I understand that now. 3 years ago, I wasn't understanding it. But now I understand it because he had to do something, because I have work to do. And then by me going through this, I'm helping somebody else to overcome it. Yeah. And to allow them to know that you are not alone. And if you're going through it, you can call me at any time of the night. And I can help you through it. Because I have a group of women that I spoke to, I speak to about it, and they don't look at me like I'm crazy. Because you feel like you're crazy, It was at one point in time I said, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm going to have to check myself into a place, because I was that far gone 3 years ago. Wow. But I thank God I'm no longer there anymore, that I can help someone else out of the darkness. Because darkness is not good. Because they have so many suicide rates between the women and men, especially in children, because they have nobody to talk to. And the best thing to do is to talk about it. And then once they talk about it, they see other people that go through it, and they feel that I'm not that bad. I'm not by myself. Just talk about it. It's okay to go get a counselor, because I have a counselor and a therapist. And it's okay to take medication. That doesn't mean that you're going to stay on the medication forever. Sure. Because I started on the medication. Now my doctor is bringing me off of it, because I no longer need it. Because he sees that the path I'm going on. And now I'm going to go back to when I was talking about God. I had to get in my book because at one point in time, I was in my book, but then I started backsliding, and I was playing with God. And you can't play with him.
Can't play with him.
Because that's why he had to put me apart. So I can get back focused on him. And you're not supposed, they don't want you to talk about God in the workplace, anywhere. You know what I mean? But I'm going to speak on him. Because I know what he brought me through. Because at one point in time, I thought I was going to die.
Wow.
So people, talk about it. Share it. If you have children, talk to them about it. Talk to them about it. It's nothing wrong with you. It's okay. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And there's nothing to be ashamed of.
Right. And the thing of it is, while studying the Word of God, there's 365 fear nots. There's one for each day. One for each day. And I call on it every day. And that's how I take my day. I start my day. Because you said, God, you said, fear not, for I am with you. You know what I mean? The rod and his staff. I take the word with me all the time. And just, I don't want to be religious, but that's who brought me out. God brought me out of this. I can't take the credit. The therapist can't take the credit. He sent people in place to help you out. And that's God.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. That's all. I'm just grateful and I'm thankful that I'm doing new things and great things. And I'm thankful to Barbara for asking me to join her to talk about it. Because I pray that we're helping someone, in the midst of our talk.
Do you remember when I first called you and said that God laid this on my heart? And you were one of the first people that he wanted me to talk to. Do you remember what you said? What did you say?
I said, yes, I'm ready. Because the world got to know. They got to hear this.
And you said, if God asks you...
And I said, yep, that's right. I said, if God told you to do it, do it. And I said, and don't second guess it. And don't be afraid.
And you said, if he wants me to be a part of it, I'm in. No questions asked.
Yep.
So I'm thankful for that. Thanks for all the support.
Yeah. And also, I'm a very private person. So for me to do this, I have to, because it needs to be said. And at this point, I tell people, I don't care what you think about me, or I thought she was always put together. Nobody's always all the way put together. Nobody is. They can fake like, because I was faking.
Yeah.
Oh, I was faking. Hair done, nails done, clothes, everything. But inside, I was really faking.
And I think that's what kind of bothered me a little bit, that we worship with people and we interact and talk with people on a regular basis, but you really don't know what people are dealing with when they go home. Right. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know people's struggles unless you actually have a conversation with someone, and then that'll help you better understand the way that somebody is.
And also, I want to say, if you have a spouse or a loved one, listen to them. Don't brush them off. Because you talking to them can make them open up. When we're in a dark place and we think we have nobody to turn to talk to, that's make us go into a deeper, darker space. And some people, they build up the confidence to take their life. And that's not good. The way to handle them is to listen. We don't need you to solve anything. Just listen to us. We just need an ear, We might cry or whatever. Just be a shoulder for us to cry more. Just be an ear for us, It's just, we don't need, like I said, we don't need you to solve anything.
Right.
We just need someone to listen to us, That's the only thing. And sometimes if they don't feel like they're depression, and if you have anxiety leads to depression. If you have someone that's always close to themselves, they want to talk, whatever, always stay on top of them. Hey, how are you doing? Call them. That's
Thinking
why.
about
And
you,
think
yeah.
about you. I call several people all the time because if I don't hear from you, I'm gonna call you. And I'm like, I was just thinking about you. Are you good? I'm so. You want to go out? Let's go out. Let's go take a walk. Let's go get some ice cream. Let's go get us a buntini cake or something. Look, let's do something to get out of the house because being in the house and laying in the bed is not good. You got to stay mobile. You know, that's why my doctor says exercise because exercise it helps. I forgot the name of the thing within the brain. It helps it to jolt it and keep us going, to keep our mind focused on other things versus us our serotonin levels. It balances out our serotonin levels. So you just got to stay active. And that's why I try to be so active in anything I do to keep my mind off of the bad.
And also surround yourself around people.
Right, the right
a
people.
good support group, a good people
Yes.
that people will notice that if you're not, they
Yes.
can tell a difference in you, that something might be going on with you.
Yes.
So that other people can reach out to you. Some people don't feel comfortable reaching out with people. They don't want to burden people with their issues or their problems. You know what I'm saying? So surround yourself around a good support team of people, good family, good friends, good members of church, just different
Yes.
people that will pray for you, that will look out for you, that has your back.
Yes.
And then I believe that most people can get through anything once you feel comfortable enough around somebody that you can share your truths with.
That's true. And also, I want to touch bases on, even in a relationship, anxiety and depression can also weigh heavy on a relationship. Mm-hmm. Because when we're in a state of mind that nobody understands us or nobody cares or loves us, this is the things that we tell ourselves because nobody understands us.
Right.
You don't understand what we're going through, so you don't understand. You don't know what we're going through. Mm-hmm. So spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your loved ones, just be patient. Just be patient with them because they're going through something, and try not to pressure them. What's wrong? What's wrong? We're gonna open up, but just let them know that we're here. A lot of times we just want a hug or we just want someone to be around us just so that we can feel comfortable and safe. And support groups are a plus. There's one that's on Facebook. It's called Surviving. It's called Surviving. It's on Facebook. I'm a part of that group.
And then we'll put some links
Yeah.
For some of the support groups for people that's dealing with anxiety or depression.
Yes. And anxiety can come from trauma too. Trauma can stem all the way from a childhood. That's when mine started from childhood. And you grow up hiding it. So anxiety, it happens, anything. Like some people have anxiety of social anxiety. Some people are afraid to get on elevators or go upstairs or just being home alone. Anxiety can hit you in all different type of angles. So, and everybody has their own symptoms of anxiety. Sometimes some people, they say, I have severe anxiety. I did have severe anxiety. I had panic attacks all the time while driving to work. I didn't know why, but it was traffic. Being stuck, not having a way out. Because a lot of times you can be a control freak, and that could bring on anxiety too. Because you want to control everything, and when things doesn't go your way, you go out of control. So it's anxiety is big. Depression is big. It's really big in our society now. That's right, Danae. It is. It is. And you have to speak about it. And don't be afraid of speaking about your fears. Never, 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 never be afraid of that. Speak about it. Because the thing of it is, to cast that thing out, you got to speak it. Speak it out of your life. Speak about it.
Tracy said mental illness is also hereditary.
Yes, mental illness is also hereditary. You have to go back down the line. Mine is on my dad's side. You would never think. Some people, they think, oh, alcoholism and all of that is just something that you want to do. That could be a hereditary thing. Depression, schizophrenia, all of that is it stems. You should just do a timeline on both sides of the family, and then you'll know where it comes from. Yep. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope we blessed a lot of people. And all I can say is talk about it. Share with someone. Listen to them. You don't always have to have an answer for it. Just listen.
We just want to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you have any questions or want to ask Charlotte some questions about how she deal with different things, just put a message in the chat and we'll see how she can respond to you.
Is there any more questions?
Oh, thanks, Tanya Hostball.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Tracy. I thank everyone for joining in. I really, really do appreciate it.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again next week. We have another topic. I'm going to be talking with Kim Shaw on the loss of her son. So if anybody's dealing with that or know someone that's dealing with the loss of a child or a loved one, we'll be back live next Monday at 7 p.m. All right. Thank everybody.
Thank you. Bye.